Hey everyone, it's Kaya Celine of Hopeless and Fluffy. Here we do food, fashion, and lifestyle. You can find a little bit more on my blog, HopelessAndFluffy.com. I'm posting on Tuesdays. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're just going to go ahead and get into the video. Alright, it is thunder and lightning-ing, so we can't row. So, we're going to the brewery. No, I'm not going to film. I'm going to get frozen ice, Italian ice. I might get french fries and then Italian ice and then meet them at the brewery. Hopefully they're going to sit inside because it feels awful out here. There's a nice breeze coming through, so. Got some ketchup in there just in case, but I'm probably might dip it in my Italian ice. Is cotton candy, and I got cherry as well. So I'm in the lot. I'm about to leave the bar. Anyways, the brewery bar. Anyways, why did my dumbass pick up this phone call? Like, I never answer the phone for numbers that I don't know. You have to leave me a message and I'll call you back. But I picked up this phone call, and this guy is talking about with the police department, and they're putting together donation baskets, and you got to put a name on the receipt, and then, you know, baskets for $45 and $55. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, well, you know, we don't want to lose your donation over $1 amount. How much could you give? And like the minimum is at $20. I'm like, no. What address do you have my number down for? And he's like, we don't want to lose your donation. And I'm like, is this a freaking recording? And so again, I'm like, what address do you have my number down for? And I was like, I'm sorry, can you repeat that? So I repeated it again, and he's like, there's these long pauses in between. He goes, only the records department can do that. And I was like, okay, well, no thank you. Have a good one. And then he pauses again and he goes, okay. So I said bye. But like, don't call my phone if you don't know me. Although I guess you wouldn't know it's my phone. If you think you know my number, don't call me. But yeah, mind you, that email that I have in the description for business, that literally is for business. Do not email me outside of business. And when I say outside of business, it does not mean you asking me for something or to buy something. Like, no. Okay, I'm gonna head home now. Alright guys, just finished rowing, and I'm gonna head to Smoothie King because I am not stopping back in the house before I go to my parents'. I actually forgot there was something I was gonna take back to my parents in the house, but I'm not gonna stop because I also still have to go to the beauty supply and get some rollers. But this is a black-owned beauty supply, so I'm excited. Okay, I got the chocolate cinnamon. It was under the, or chocolate cinnamon, it was under the high intensity label, and this one is vegan and gluten-free. So, alright, so I got the chocolate or choco cinnamon. It was under the high intensity label, and since today in rowing what we did a little over half of the 5K race that's coming up in September. So we didn't do the whole thing, but we did more than half of it. And then we did leapfrog with the intermediates coming back. So very intense. This is the Sun Warrior protein that's in here, which is vegan and gluten-free. So, all right, so the beauty supply I stopped at, this black one, is called Upscale Beauty Supply. It is inside and through Upscale Nail Lounge, which when I looked it up, I just looked up black-owned beauty supply. So I didn't realize there was even the nail lounge or that they were attached, but they are. So they did not have rollers though, which is what I need. But I did see hair in there in case I do feel like braiding my hair. So, because I kind of want to, but kind of not. Just because it's going to take forever. But I've been meaning to go get a pedicure, so one day I'll stop back in here. So now I just have to go find a regular beauty supply. There are a couple. I just have to make sure they have rollers, because I have some rollers at my parents', but I don't have enough, particularly enough of the same size to go over my entire head. That's the only dilemma. So trying to make sure that I have a set for myself for when I need them. But we're just gonna see. And then I might pick up something to eat before I go. I may end up stopping back by the house. I didn't want to because I don't want to be in and out of the house, especially because it's hot. Okay. Okay, we are at the ever faithful Sally's, and then there's happens to be a Hobby Lobby nearby, which I've never been into before, so I might just stop in there since I don't actually have things to do today except to go across the bridge. Hopefully they have rollers. If not, there's another beauty supply like up the street. Let's see. Who only needs 10 rollers? Who? Please tell me. And 12. Like, that's still not enough. These would probably be fine, but they look like they would rip my hair out. And then this, still not enough, and too varied in size. I'm so annoyed. We have a bunch of these and these at home, and these. Alright, so I just got that big one you saw, and then 2 of these smaller ones, and hopefully they're going to fit my whole head. We're going to see. And I got this extra spray bottle because I use one. I have lime juice and rice water in, and then the other because I started using the As I Am, the black castor oil water, but my hair does not like black castor oil, so I'm just gonna do my own oil water thing. Why is all the fall stuff on sale? Shouldn't everything else be on sale since we're going back into fall? It's like a huge ass Michaels. Should probably go to the other side because this is crafts. Oh wait, I need. Ooh, wait, if I can. Oh, not this style, but I want a drawer system like this, but like Victorian aesthetic. Like that's what I like. I want something like that for jewelry. I've been thinking about going to an antique store to get one, but I'm like, it's not a priority right now. And then there's one is. I guess I could DIY it. I could buy that and get some like stuff to stick on, or I could just carve into it, you know, depending on how extra I want to be. Oh no, this is my aesthetic minus that. Somebody just buy me a house so I can decorate. These lanterns have just captured my eye. You know, to be honest, the first career I ever wanted to do was architecture and interior design. I do really don't care for math, but I still really want to build a house from scratch and design it with the help from a professional, since that's not what I decided to pursue. But that's the goal. If I can do it more than once, and then I'd really like to do a couple housing projects, but we'll see. Lots of things in the future. Guys, these would look so beautiful in a foyer. Do I want them? I don't know. They're 40% off though. We're coming right back up to fall. Why make it 40% off now? You're just gonna have to take the signage down. I guess all because making room for new things, obviously, but I don't need flowers though. I would leave them all here. I'll have to come back here for this self-healing mat, because once I have enough organization, I can start sewing again, and that's something I desperately will need. But yeah, this place is pretty cool. Oh my, I love candles. Okay, but I actually do, because they didn't have my shampoo that I like of Curls. I'll have to stop by Target because I don't really want to order it. See which ones would look best all year long. I mean, they're all fall colors, they'll look good anyway, but I'm really thinking about DIYing that dresser. But I haven't stopped by any antique shops, so. but I'm kind of in the mood to work with my hands. I have to finish my closet one thing at a time. Alright, got my hair wash. They actually don't have Black Girl sunscreen in this particular Target. I should have picked it up when I was out in Mosaic, but I didn't, and I got the Trader Joe's one. And I'm like, it's fine, but I like Supergoop better, so I'm like, let me just go ahead and compare all three of them. So whenever I'm back out there, I'll go pick that up. And I think I might stop back at that food hall again and get like pho to go and a bubble tea. I really want a bubble tea. I don't need a bubble tea, but that is what my heart desires. We'll see. Sidebar: if your motorcycle is parked, I mean like it's on, but you haven't left yet, why are you revving it? And at who? Mind you, who is it besides other motorcycle riders that have a thing for motorcycles revving their engines? Like the sound. Like, cause ain't nobody out here. Like he is in the parking space. Okay, so I'm at the Epic Food Hall where I was with Abriel, and I was checking out the pho place, and all of their broths, like these are like small food hall areas. They don't have like room for big kitchen stuff. So I asked about the broth. All of the broths are chicken-based broths, so I didn't do that. And then I really wanted to try tastanola, but pretty much the only thing that they could guarantee would be like dairy and gluten-free is the blackened salmon, which I was gonna get, but it's like an entree style, and they're like the sides most likely might have like some contamination with gluten. I appreciate their honesty, like because a lot of places you'll ask them and they'll be like, yeah, it's fine, and then somebody else will like come and be like, no. But yeah, no, they're just be like, you can get this and this with no dairy, but the gluten, So I went to go get a bubble tea, and I just got I wanted the wedding green tea, but they were out of that. This looks like it has milk in it. So I asked her, and she was like, no, you can go ahead and taste it. Well, she didn't say I could go ahead and taste it. She said I could have a taste, but I just went ahead and tasted it. It's a powdered green tea. The thing about powders, almost all of them have dairy in them. It's not a guarantee, but usually they do. At least Thai and taro always have dairy in them if they're powdered. Green tea, it's not a given, but sometimes they do. She said no dairy, but to be honest, a lot of times people don't check for dairy. So I mean, she was really sweet, like no hate to her, but anytime I see something that looks dairy-ish, I'm like, is that dairy? I'm like, oh no, it's not dairy. I was like, oh, okay. But I can taste that it's a powdered green tea, so that's why I'm on the fence. Because it doesn't necessarily taste of dairy, because honestly, dairy kind of tastes rotten. Like if you taste something and it has dairy in it, it tastes kind of rotten. But in powders, because the powder they use is a powdered milk, sometimes you can't really tell it just because it goes along with the sweetness. But yeah, I ended up just ordering Taste of Tandoor, which I'm gonna go pick up, because yeah, I got the aloo gobi masala again, and then I'll come back here and get some more New Vegan Cafe at another point. I'm just not in the mood, because there are a lot of people. I mean, it's a Saturday, so like obviously there's plenty of people out, and just the amount of people without masks, it just gives me anxiety. That being said, it's not the worst anxiety, because when I was working in retail during the pandemic, I didn't catch it until working in a medical building. Granted, the building is old. They don't have like good ventilation, but anyway. So like I'll be fine. I'm vaxxed, and I got my booster recently. I just don't have time to get sick, especially with the pox coming out. And I texted my friend who's a nurse. I was like, do I need the smallpox vaccine, or what about the polio? Because it's in the water. I didn't specify her with, how much news she was keeping up with, but she is a nurse. And she was like, no, you're okay. Me specifically, not you. And then my phone battery is still low because I didn't bring my car charger. I just have my regular one. But like, I know exactly where I'm going, so it's fine. Just gotta go pick up my food. But it said, technically, wait, it says like 25 minutes. I'm just gonna head over there. If it's still not done yet, there's a couple like shops over there. There's a thrift store, and I think there's like one other store that looked interesting. But we'll see. I really wanted pho. I want that. I need to go back to Alexandria because that pho place was good. That was the best pho I've had. The bubble tea spot was a good bite too. Anyway, see you guys. So of course those few rollers that I got are not gonna be enough for my whole head of hair. So I'm down here by my parents, and there was a beauty shop, hair supply store, that it was run by a black family. I don't think it was owned by them, but it was run by them, and they were really nice. And I came down here, and like somehow, I don't know how, I didn't realize it last time I was here. They're not here. There is another beauty supply store here. And then I think there actually is one right up there. But I don't remember the name of the store that was there because, you just pop in. And so I'm like, because this one over here looks like it's a franchise. But like I thought I saw like a hair picture up there. So either maybe it's a salon or it's a nail salon or whatever. Anyways, I need more rollers. So I'm going to pop into one of these. I should pop over to the CVS to get that bug spray that I like, because I don't want to keep starting and stopping, but honestly, that's what happens. It used to be 24 hours, but after the pandemic, they stopped, so I could usually end up leaving my parents' house real late. Hey guys, so I was out running an errand. I had to go do something that I'm not allowed to tell you about, so that is kind of a moot to even bring up, but I did have to go get a new moisturizer because it was running out. And before I did that, I was like, oh, let me stop here and get the bubble tea. And it's a place, I don't think I posted about it yet, Teasing You. And you can only do dairy for 2 types of teas. I think one of them is gone already. I think they're like in the seasonal options. But I was like, I wasn't planning to do dairy. I was going to do regular tea. But apparently, the regular teas, like the oolong and black and green or whatever, are unsweetened. And I'm like, can you sweeten them? Because it's not giving me the option. Just like I have to do like the peach or whatever. And I was like, I didn't really want to do flavor one. I was like, but it's hot, it'll be fine. I didn't add, like the pieces of peaches and strawberries or whatever. But I did regular sweetness, which there is 100. I know there was another place to do their regular sweetness is 50%. But now I feel sick because I didn't eat enough this morning. So I was back at Mosaic to get my moisturizer, and there's this place by the Target because I was gonna go get the Black Girl sunscreen, and they only had a different one today. It was the matte, but there's coconut oil in it, so I'll check the bottle for the other one and see if I can get that one. But yeah, and I was just about to get the sample size of the Fenty sunscreen, and then I didn't even get the Black Girl, so it's fine. Anyway, there's a place, it's called Rasa. It's same like concept as like Kava and Sweetgreen and stuff, but it's Indian, and their soft serve is vegan. It's gluten-free as well because it's made with oat milk. I got the masala chai, which is in my cold bag right now because I'm about to head home. I'm actually going to stop at a different mom's, because this one didn't have what I was looking for, because I need something microwavable for tomorrow morning. A couple mornings, actually. But besides the point, oh, did you notice? I don't know if I vlogged that. I blew my hair out because I gotta roll it up. I know I talked about it already. I don't know. I just need to eat my food because I don't feel good now after all the extra sugar. I should have just done 50% sweetness, honestly. Woo-hoo. And then this, because there's like 2 places where you can get dressings, and I ended up getting the peanut something, which like peanut dressings are fine. Peanut sesame. But I was like, I didn't really want to get peanut. But it's good for you, so I'll be fine. And I thought about stopping by to get the full size of one of those perfumes that I wanted. But I'm planning on getting a bunch of samples of a bunch of things, so I'll hold off on that because I still have those samples for now. Let me see if it's too dark. Gloriousness. There's eggplant, there's tofu and cauliflower and corn and a bunch of stuff. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want to see from me in the future, and I'll see you next Tuesday.